All right, guys, so I'm on YouTube, right? And I'm scrolling, I'm doing my thing, I'm scrolling, and I see this video with Charlie Kirk and this other young lady, right? And basically, she's saying that she feels that today is more racist than in 1960. Huh? That don't make any sense to me. As a person of color, that don't make any sense, okay? So we ain't wasting any time. We getting right into it. This is wild. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's ride.
Economic and social equality. I don't know really what that means, but maybe you could tell me.
Interesting. Yeah, it means that like all people kind of get the same opportunities.
Like Cuba, or like Venezuela,
No, not like Cuba or Venezuela.
or like North Korea,
No, not like.
or like how the Soviet Union did it, right?
No, I'd like you to stop like interrupting me. I think that all those examples of like capitalist systems are ones that aren't.
The Soviet Union was not a capitalist system.
Yes, I know. And Venezuela is not a socialist system.
Sure it is. They nationalized their oil and gas reserves. They have nationalized healthcare, nationalized schooling. The government owns the means of production. How is it not a socialist country?
Because because of the history of U.S. interference, socialism cannot be like enacted as it should be.
It also sort of functions under the guise of socialism. I think a lot of the politicians
Venezuela is
are
still
corrupt.
corrupt as fuck.
Yeah, can you show me any socialist country that works?
Yeah, most of Europe.
So maybe Norway, Sweden, or Finland.
Yeah.
But they're more economically free than America.
How so?
On the World Economic Freedom Index, they're ranked higher than America.
And so what does that like mean?
So lower taxes, less regulation. So they're not, I wouldn't consider them to be socialist countries.
They provide healthcare for all their citizens.
So does Cuba. How does that work?
I'm sure
because they're like
Norway, Sweden, Finland also has a homogenous population.
Oh, I want to know about this.
yeah,
Why do
so-
you think? Why is that sort of thing
Yeah.
promoted?
Because it's 6 to 7 million people.
They
don't
need a homogenized society.
you don't need it
But what is? I don't
Yeah,
even know
can
because
the
you
they
explain
have
rationale.
low rates of immigration.
Can you explain to me why?
And so they
like,
have less people coming in their country every year that need Medicaid equivalent type social programs.
Can you explain to me why
They have the
having
strictest immigration policies in Europe, in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and they don't pay for a national military. 70 to 80% tax rates for the highest earners, of which I oppose completely. Sweden has full school choice, which I'm sure you support, right?
I don't.
Oh, okay, but Sweden has full school choice.
I mean,
Sweden's
if all,
also ranked higher on
if
the
all
world.
schools are funded equally, then yeah, I would support school choice. But the fact is that schools in like richer areas have better funding and
So-
thus give people
but-
better education, as opposed to poorer areas, and thus poor people who can't afford to like choose that rich school, who can't commute, who can't like afford the tuition, are not going to be able to get that level of education.
So why is it that we've spent more on education the last 60 years federally, but our test scores have gotten worse? Why do you think that is?
Because testing is not a measure of.
How about graduation rates? I mean, any metric you use, our schools have gotten worse over the last 15
So
years.
funding the
Where have
tests is
they
going to
got
fix that.
like
I'm sorry?
Where have they gotten?
Baltimore, there are 7 schools in inner city Baltimore.
So I just want to speak on this real quick as far as schools go. You know what? That's an interesting point. Does throwing money at the school system make the situation better, right? Does just saying, okay, yeah, we're just going to increase the budget, all of a sudden now you have a better outcome, right? Does that lead to a better outcome? No, not necessarily. I think just the curriculum itself is really to blame for the reason why, the United States is behind in terms of schooling, right? That's my opinion. I don't have solid facts and evidence on it, but I could just tell you from my basic and bare bones knowledge, I'd still be able to go toe to toe with this woman just saying just that, right? Yeah, I understand what she means saying, okay, yeah, certain schools, because they have more funding, maybe they have access to top of the line professors or whatever it is, right? Sure. But again, you're not really fixing the problem. You're just putting a Band-Aid on the issue, right? That's really what it is. Back to the video.
Where they can't find
So
one
probably
kid in
systematic
8th grade.
racism.
Oh, so wait, so do you think America's more racist today than it was in the 1960s?
Here we
In
go.
some levels, yeah.
Really? You think America's more racist today than it was in the 1960s?
I
It's
think.
still more racist than it should be.
I mean, yeah, I want to say like, I think like net racism.
I mean-
Do you want it to be more racist?
Yeah,
'Cause that's
it's
what
like-
it seems
No,
like.
it's not. Actually, I think
but
we're
it's-
significantly less racist, so you can't blame racism
just
for
'cause
why these
something's
communities
less
are not
doesn't
doing
mean
well.
it's
Really? Could
No,
you not blame
significantly
like? Could you
less.
not blame,
What
for
is your
example?
race metric?
Well, let me look. Okay, so in the 1960s, blacks weren't allowed in the National Basketball Association. In the 1960s, the Civil Rights Act hadn't been passed until 1965. The 1960s, blacks were not allowed to go to the same schools as whites. So, like, that's my metric. So we passed the Civil Rights Act in 1965.
Kind of anecdotal.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
how
are
about this? We had a black president elected twice in 2008 and 2012.
Oh man, so since a black president was elected, we fixed racism,
we
right?
quintupled. No, not we haven't finished racism. We're significantly less.
So I'm just gonna correct her. Yeah, ma'am, that's a huge leap for the country. Because a black president was elected. Yes, that is a big deal. 1000%, right? You know, we're talking about if you go a couple hundred years back, I mean, look at the difference, right? It's literally night and day, right? So that is a big deal. In my opinion, maybe in the comment section you don't think so, but I mean, I don't know how not. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Back to the video.
Racist. So the talking point of the far left is that the inequities that the black community and minority communities are experiencing is because of systemic racism. In order for that argument to be true, America would have had the same sort of amount of racism in the last 60 years or gotten more racist. Any sort of logical analysis of history would show we're significantly less racist today than they were in the 1960s. So then what is it?
Any level of racism is still racism, dude.
I think there's individual racism, but the idea that there's widespread systemic racism does not exist.
Okay, so here's an example.
And by the way, real quick, I just want to say, not to interrupt you guys, but I've dealt with racism myself. I think a good amount of people of color have some. I mean, some people of color haven't. I'm sure, right? But for the most part, it's nothing compared to the 60s. Stop it. Back to the video.
You guys want to, okay, so up until probably the mid 70s, like neighborhoods could choose not to sell homes to black people. That's why a lot of black people live in like certain like parts of town, you would say, and those are also generally the parts of town that have like underfunded schools and stuff like that.
So the Asian community went through the exact same type of discrimination, yet the Asian community is the richest community per race in America.
So are you implying something about the black community?
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying the Asian community did not have a series of social welfare programs designed at them, such as federal welfare systems, broken public schools. The Asian community were one of the poorest communities in the 1940s. Now they are the richest community per race in America. How did that happen?
So you're saying black people are...
They were taking advantage. Black people are poor because of the Democrat Party, who got them addicted to government benefits, stuck them in clustered urban areas, put them in broken schools.
Is that the
started a war on
Democratic Party
police.
did all of that?
Yes. Show me one urban city where there's a Republican mayor. Show me one urban area where there's more Republican congressmen than Democrat congressmen.
Like currently?
Yes, or even the last 50 years. It's Democrats that run the urban cities. Oakland, Portland, Chicago, Philadelphia. But these are the most, so you said thankful, but these are the worst parts of America. The most murderous, the most bankrupt, the most hopeless are all run by Democrats.
Yeah, but there's no way you can like make some sort of causation if there's no sort of control for that.
Yeah.
You can't like say it would be worse without a Republican. No, there's no way you can make that sort of inference. It's impossible.
So
you just can't make that inference.
Okay,
you
so
don't
when
have data for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Just stop trying to make shit up.
Okay, can I give you examples?
No.
No? Oh, you don't want facts?
They're not facts.
Do facts bother you?
No.
Okay, so
you
when
are going to make up fake facts.
Republicans run cities, municipalities, and counties have much lower levels of poverty over 30 years, better run schools, more likely to balance their budget, much more business competitive.
That could be
nine out of 10 of the most business competitive states in America are all run by Republican governors. And Republican, yeah, it is actually.
I mean, that doesn't...
Utah, Nevada, Arizona.
That doesn't necessarily have any sort of relevance to your point.
So why would you say that the broken inner cities in America all have Democrat mayors, and the best run states all have Republican governors? Why would you say that?
I would say possibly because people see that Democratic mayors and Democratic government officials can fix the broken system.
Have Democrats fixed anything in the last 60 years?
No, because
you're right. Okay.
Because we've had a Republican-controlled Congress.
No, we've had a Democrat-controlled president from 2000.
While she goes to the barbecue, let's just say that. Look, check it out. 1000% I hear what Charlie is saying. You know, you can't. The thing that I do like about Charlie is He drops those facts on you. He drops those truth bombs on you. If you guys want to fact check him, you can. Anybody can feel free to. Everybody has Google, right? You got internet access, so go ahead and do it. Do your Googles, right? But what do we feel about that other guy? Like, because he's saying, oh, that doesn't have anything to do with it, which I don't know. The people in charge have a good amount to do with what's going on in the state, huh? Yeah, he might have something to do with it. The people that are controlling things, right? That are running things, right? That are putting things together in that way. But maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know, right? Now, what he should have said, what he could have said, is that's not the entire picture. See, that's a bit better. So he just, stopped cold turkey. If you're going to go up against Charlie when he's coming with facts and you don't have anything back, maybe it's saying that's not the full picture, right? He wouldn't know to say that, though. But back to the video. Let me know what you guys think, though.
The president does not have ultimate power over the
You're right.
United
Obama
States.
controlled the House and the Senate, passed the health care bill that destroyed 1/6 of our economy, borrowed trillions of dollars, raised taxes, grew government, and then Republicans took back the House of Representatives and
Honestly,
eventually
I
the
don't know
presidency.
why you're so upset when you still have a ton of money, dude.
What do you mean?
I mean, you are.
I'm not upset. You're the one that just swore. I'm actually quite happy and thankful I live in the greatest country ever to exist.
Yeah, excuse me for swearing. I feel like this entire getup is just you afraid of losing your economic and white male privilege.
Wait, what privilege do I have as a white
Wait a minute.
No, seriously.
He's just ignorant.
Honestly, it was nice to meet you. Can I check your hand?
Yeah, but can you
Can I
explain
check
to
your
me?
hand? It was nice to meet you. I'd like you to think about the way your actions affect other people, not just the white male people in this country, but everybody in this country.
What does being a white person have
Think
to do
about
about
that.
anything?
I actually have a question.
Yeah, can someone explain to me what white privilege is?
Whoa, holy smokes. You know what we're going to do? Every video, we're going to give it a woke level, okay? We're going to do something a little different, okay? If I'm rating this on a woke level from 1 to 10, I'm giving this like a 9.4 or something like that. It's high. It's 8 or a 9, right? Let me know what you rate this on the woke level, on the woke scale. All right, we're going to make this a little bit more interesting because that was uncalled for. And Charlie was chilling. He wasn't getting aggravated because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, if you watch Charlie Kirk, I don't know if you guys, obviously you're watching him now, but, sometimes he gets passionate. He's not even getting passionate. It doesn't even look like, because sometimes he speaks with a mic. He looks like he just has his little shirt mic on. He's chilling. So, and ultimately that's what it is. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with the woman? Do you guys agree with Charlie? And again, I mean, if you're gonna be fake woke, okay, let's just address the elephant in the room. If you're gonna be, because I want you guys to know, right? Woke has been around for a while, right? You have people that are actually woke that have had an awakening to whatever either their truth is or whatever they believe is the truth. And then you have people that are more so woke like this, where, they feel like they had an awakening. And then when you confront them about something, right, they either want to push their agenda on you or they leave abruptly. It's literally the same thing every single time, right? If you watch Charlie Kirk, you'll see that they either leave or they just, you know what I mean? And it's just one of those things. And by the way, you're okay to do that. It's a free country. You could do whatever you want, right? You could do a handstand, cartwheel, whatever you want to do. But let me know what you guys think about this video. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. All right, give it a woke level. I'm giving this a 9.5, 8 to 9.5. All right. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. All right, so make sure you slap the like button and kick the subscribe button for more. Also, just real quick, I want to let y'all know real quick before I leave, we got these t-shirts, baby. All right. Awake, not woke. Awake, not woke. All right. Make sure you cop your shirt in the description below. This is a movement. Everybody, if you guys want to support the movement, right? We really appreciate it. Helps us out a lot. Till next time, peace.